Stress sucks, right? We can be sitting down doing nothing, and then all of a sudden you feel that stress come on. You feel it in your belly, your blood heats up, you feel anxiety come on you, you feel worried almost out of nowhere. And all of a sudden, your day goes from amazing to crap, just like that. So today, Dean's going to show you how to turn your stress into your superpower. He's going to share some easy affirmations, tools, and mental hacks to never let stress affect your relationships, mood, emotions, or goals ever again. You don't want to miss this one. And now, here's Dean Graziosi with today's podcast.
So let me just talk about something. I've been doing a lot of research on this lately. I go through phases, and here's the cool part about this relationship. Is I obsess on stuff. I go so deep. I read books. I'm blessed to have friends like Dr. Amen and Tony Robbins and all these people. I will go deep. When I have something I want to fix for my students, fix for myself, I go really deep. And this is what I've discovered. And you probably already know this. So let's just take caveman time, stress or anxiety or worry, right? And we're just going to use this silly analogy. Walking across a field, saber-toothed tiger jumps out. It's a threat. You go in fight or flight mode. Do you fight the tiger or do you run like hell, right? It releases adrenaline in your body and all the stress hormones. It jacks your body up and shaky and you run. That's what it was designed for. The fight or flight mechanism, right? But then we evolved as human beings. Our brains got smarter. Our frontal cortex got smarter. Everything evolved. Which is amazing. But what happens now is the saber-toothed tiger in a lot of places, doesn't exist. It's not jumping out and scaring you. But what we can do, and maybe you can relate to this, is we can let our brains put us in that same fight or flight worry. Have you ever been sitting, if you like this, please share this with people. If you know anybody that's stressed, you know anybody that worries too much, share this. I'm going to try to get this message out the best I can. But think about that. We could be sitting down doing nothing and all of a sudden you feel that stress come on, like you feel it in your belly. You feel your blood heat up in some cases. You feel anxiety come upon you. You feel worry. And all of a sudden you are right in fight or flight while you're sitting in traffic, while you're sitting with your family, while you're sitting alone at your house or you're sitting at your office and you're like, what is going on with me? It's because our brains have evolved and we can trick ourselves into thinking it's time for fight or flight because we're worrying about a past issue we didn't resolve or feel we didn't, or we're worrying about something in the future that didn't happen yet. Stress, anxiety, and worry, we know this can't happen in the moment. Right this very moment, you watching me, it's very hard if you lived exactly, specifically at this moment. It's really hard to be stressed. It's when you think about tomorrow or next year or what it could go wrong. The relationship's not going to work. The money's going to run out. I'll be stuck in this job for life. I'll be alone for life. You start thinking about that. All right, stress and worry. So my big promise today was, how do you turn stress into your superpower, right? So how do you turn stress into your superpower? First off, when the stress comes, acknowledge it. Know that it's there. Stress comes, acknowledge it. Know that you're feeling. When you're sitting and you're off, you're grumpy in traffic, you're not so nice to your spouse, your kids or something, acknowledge it. First thing I would say is realize that that's power. That's strength. That even though it comes in a negative way, it's still energy. Your body is trying to tell you something. That's it. In the old days, it's, in caveman times, it's telling you run. There's a lion. Now we're manifesting that. So it's telling you something. So try to hear what it's saying. I'm stressed because of a future event that hasn't even happened yet. And then acknowledge it and say to yourself, is that true? Right? We talked about this a couple weeks ago. Is that true? Is that happening in this moment? But guess what? Even if you use your mind, and this is the part that I've really been working on, even if you use your mind to say, that's not true, it didn't happen yet, doesn't mean I'm going to be alone forever, doesn't mean I'll never get that promotion, doesn't mean I'll make the extra money. Even though your brain tells you that, just say, is it true? In most cases, it's not. Prove it wrong. I need to be smarter. I need to have more money. It's most of the time not true. But here's the thing. The lingering stress still lasts, doesn't it? The anxiety could still be there. The worry is still there. So that's the step 2, is acknowledging that, telling it's not true, then recognizing this power that's inside of you, this energy. That is pure energy. It's terrible stress energy. It could hurt you. It could kill you. It causes disease. So that's when you have to be prepared for where you really want to go in life. You see, when anxiety hits us, when stress hits us, when worry hits us, all we do, it's like a default in our brain. We think about what we don't want. We think about where we don't want to go. We think about what we hope doesn't happen, and it perpetuates it. And it goes from a little bit of stress to a gut ache to burning, and sometimes anxiety, sometimes worry, some obsessive worry. And then you can get in that loop. Let me ask you, have you ever been in a loop where things have been tough, sad, stressful for months, years, maybe a decade? So think about this. When the stress, the worry, the anxiety comes, think about where it's coming from and say, is it true? And keep asking yourself till you're true until you realize it's not. Secondly, acknowledge it as power. Here's the last part. And I talk about this a lot. This is where you need to take the time today, if you haven't done it, this week, this weekend, and find out where it is you really want to go. What do you want? Do you want a better relationship? Do you want a new relationship? Do you want to make more money? Do you want to be in love? Do you want to be happier? Do you want your own business? Do you want your business to finally make money? Do you want to do more real estate deals? I don't know what it is, but you have to know. If you thought you knew, you kind of knew. The hell with the kind of. You have to know specifically. You need to know a destination. Anxiety, stress, worry happens to me, to everybody, to all of us when we're kind of flip-flopping, when we're not sure where we want to go. We think we want this, we think we want that, or we don't want this behind us. You can't live a peaceful life if you're just running away from the shit, the crap that you don't want. So this weekend, as soon as you can, I want you to define what it is you want. It doesn't have to be crystal clear, but do your best, because this is what I want. This is what I want. This is where you could turn it into a superpower. The energy of stress is powerful. The energy of anxiety is probably greater than when you're going to go run or do something positive, right? So if we can acknowledge it, say it's wrong, but then the energy and the stress is still there, we recognize this power, and then we put all that attention towards where we want to go. Let the energy be, I just got goosebumps. Let the energy be the thing that drives you towards where you want to go. Don't use that energy to worry about what you don't want, or the lost love, or the no no money, or the no job. We all do it. I do it too. I'm not perfect. But when I do that, I go deeper in a hole. I worry more. I stress more. And that doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve God. It doesn't serve my children. It doesn't serve my life. It doesn't serve my bigger future. So when I can say, heck no, that's not true. But damn, this stressful energy's there. All right, I want to redirect. That's the word I want you to remember this weekend. Redirect that stress, that power. Turn it into a superpower and point the ship of your life in the direction to where you want to go, not where you don't want to go. If you keep pointing where you don't want to go, your ship is just going to continually go there. And you could spend months, years, or decades with stress, worry, and anxiety. So this is my lesson for today. You can tell I'm a little passionate about this, huh? Is do those 3 steps. Recognize it. It's not true. If you're liking this, if you know anybody that needs this, share this. Let's make this one get out to all the people that need it. If you like it, let me see the thumbs up. Tell me if I'm making sense. Am I digressing too much? Am I all over the place? My ADD kicking in? Or did the message hit home? Let me know. Because here's what I know. Take that energy, and I'm going to repeat myself, and point your ship in the direction where you want to go, and let that burn the flames. Let it excite you. Let it motivate you to action. If you're just sitting around and you're not giving or feeling the love you want or the money you want, that means you're just sitting and festering with a superpower inside you, with all that energy. It's just sitting there bubbling up. Do you think that's good for your body, your soul, for God, life, family? No. But convert that into a superpower, charge your ship up, point it towards you where you want to go, and watch how stuff changes. Stuff can change like that. Your life can change like that. Listen, we've all been through stuff. I'm recognizing stuff I went through as a kid that's hitting me at 48 years old. But I'm blessed to be friends with great people. I'm blessed to obsess on this. And now I'm doing everything in my power to use that energy, and I'm going to another level. Millions of people sitting home right now suffering alone, and they feel there's no way out. I give you so much credit in the world for being here with me, for getting my book, getting other people's books, searching online, finding positive ways, sharing this message. You are a seeker. At least you're in the game, and life can go to a whole nother level. We can reinvent ourselves at any level. What do they say? Neuroplasticity? They used to think your brain was set the way it was forever, and they realize now your brain is like plastic. can mold it just like that. Time to mold the brain. Time to recognize it's a lie. Feel the energy. It's your superpower. Point your ship towards you want to go, and then let that energy burn and go as fast as you can in the destination and get the results that you deserve and desire. All right, that's my message. Listen, if you like the video, make sure you click subscribe right now so you never miss an episode. And while you're there, click the notification bell so you'll know when the next one goes live. You can always follow us on Instagram, and if you don't already have Millionaire Success Habits, you can grab it for free at deansfreebook.com. Remember, all success starts here.